Welcome everybody. My name is Daniel Sabol and I am here today to present to you our work-based learning program at today's Board of Education meeting. How's everybody doing? Excellent. So today I'm going to talk about the work-based learning programs, and I'm going to go somewhat into detail about what they are, who they're for, and how much they actually help our students here in the city of Yonkers. So as you can see here, the 3-year average, which we'll start off with, the 3-year average enrollment of students in our program, as I've designed and said, is 42% computer science. With that being said, the second highest is going to be the architecture and construction program, which is a very large program as well. So this is our work-based learning kind of model. You see we have the work-based learning, we have youth apprenticeships, internships, cooperative education, we have employable skill development, and with that we have the career awareness, which are guest speakers, career fairs, field trips, connecting activities, advisories, post-secondary connections. We have career explorations where we have people come in and help our students do some interviewing and some job shadowing before the students even prepare to go into the workforce or the workforce that we provide for them. This would be done in their first or second year in high school. And this is the work-based learning criteria. It's really nice and easy. Basically, we have coursework that the students take. The coursework tends to be all computer-related, computer science courses, computer science 1 and 2, programming and coding. And then we have the structured work experience where the students will go out and they will apply the coding and classes and stuff that they will learn in the workforce. And then last, the students will be working towards hitting their career goals, which is that of a computer scientist or whatever they chose to be. So this is our criteria here. So we have some classifications. They're classified into 4 classifications. Our students, the youth apprenticeship, which is usually the first year, a 9th grader. Then we have the internship, which is usually the 2nd year. We try to get our students into some internships. Then the 3rd year is the cooperative education. And then the 4th year is the employability skills development, which is where they really hone in on the skills that they have as they work towards the end goal of becoming employed by whoever they choose to, whoever we place them with. So this is the City of Yonkers work-based learning delivery model. These are the number of the different areas, like construction, education, technology, business, and so forth. They go into the school-wide based learning coordinator, and the work-based learning coordinator does placement for all the for the 4 roles that we have, which is the youth program, the internship, the co-op, and the skills development. And then we have employers that we place them in within the community. Professional learning opportunities. So work-based learning, basic training, part A and B. So this is dealing with our new school coordinators that we hire on to control and run the programs that we offer for our students or magnets. Every so often they are supposed to go through so many trainings and sessions to keep up with their skills and keep fresh with their the work that they do and so forth. So some of the challenges that we face here, part-time work-based learning coordinators. So we really need to amp up the number of full-time people we have, because we have a lot of people who do a lot of part-time work, and then they teach the other half the time. We are such a large district, we actually need to have more just full-time work-based coordinators. Another problem is the reluctance of employers who want to hire students that are under 18. They have to have working papers, and they have to obviously follow their own law. 72% of our work-based learning students wind up getting their own job. And basically, you know, we have the other issues that I think most people face with the, again, the coordinators, and again, diversity of placement, from the pathways and so forth. So support for work-based learning programs in Yonkers Public Schools. We do have 24 standards for the work-based learning program, which we use. We are very focused on college and career readiness. We don't try to hold students back from going to college and going into a particular career. We have a number of affiliations. We have a weighted funding and competitive grants for all of our different programs that the coordinators apply to each year, and they compete to get their programs funded. We do a lot of data collection and work-based learning. We build out the work-based learning manual and website that we have. So our missions for our students is selective. We have an application process which the students are hand selected based upon fit and how well we think that they would do in the program. We have requirements and coordinations. We look at student career goals, related coursework that they've taken or that they want to take, that they will be taking, job placement and training that they'll fit into, that we know what the employer is looking for. So we also have the approval of job placement versus arranged placement. Counselors, they are vital, and there's non-performing students and alternate assignments in case of extended illness. So we do offer a lot of different things with our programs. And here you can, it's very hard to see because it's on a small level, but this is the work-based learning standards. So we have exemplar, meets expectations, does not meet, and then evidence here, different items that we use to evaluate how a work-based learning site is doing. So funding and class size. The average requirement of the class is a regularly balanced class, just like any other class would be. The average number of teachers that we have at any time is 19 or 19 that are working. And the YPS grant for faculty funding is 60% salary and benefits, 15% split between travel, supplies, and equipment, and 25% of marketing and public relations efforts. So some of the job duties of the work-based learning coordinator, which I didn't touch on before, but I'd like to touch on now, is they're definitely community liaisons. They go out, they talk to different business groups and partners to get them to sign on. They always are creating partnerships, relationships. They always have career awareness on the mind. And they are teachers who have a record of working work-based learning students, and sometimes they are overwhelmed by the amount of work that they actually have on their plate. And then all this results in quality student placement. So the grants I was talking about, how do we get funding for each program? Each program, they apply for their own Yonkers Public Schools grant. The work-based learning coordinator position, it must be equal to the grant amount. It must be reported on the CPI report, which is a report that is submitted to the superintendent of schools. The coordinator must attend training every 2 years. The coordinator must attend all state-sponsored professional events, must attend annual, and funding continues is dependent upon meeting the grant requirements. So if you don't meet the grant requirements, we defund the program, because that means that the coordinator is not doing what they're supposed to be doing. When it comes to annual assessments, we also are assessing. We like data. We like to look at how each coordinator is doing, how the programs are doing, and we have a CTAE director who oversees all of the assessments to make sure that everything's running smoothly. And basically these assessments are due by mid to late April, May. So we looked at some of this and we spoke about some of this. We really want to focus on and stress that it's age, not grade, good attendance, positive attitude, good discipline, pathway course that is taken, job placement, reliable transportation, parental consent. We've already hit on this. Work-based learning does not negatively impact college acceptance. A lot of people have that misconception, which is not true. Workplace students are not high school dropouts by any means. The graduation rate for work-based learning concentration is 94.5%. Work-based learning graduation rate, the work-based learning coordinators reported that around 7,000 seniors enrolled in the work-based learning program for 2021 school year graduated, which is a very high amount of students. And we had, unfortunately, 105 drop out. Certification, we go by state board rules. We have work-based learning placement opportunities, and they're conducted in accordance with the guidelines of New York State. Each work-based learning coordinator supervising students enrolled in state-approved work-based learning courses shall meet all requirements of a work-based learning coordinator, which is taking 2 courses and then applying to the state for that certificate, and then going to work for a district in that role. The PSC, CAP rules, any CTAE field, the work-based learning endorsement is acceptable certification here in our district. Endorsement providers for personnel not certified in a CTAE field is NWRESA. Professional development, more of that. Regional meetings, there's about 3 or 4 a year. We get technical updates on affiliates daily. We have our work-based learning conference, November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. We have the basic trainings. We have work-based learning, the update and refresher training in June. And then we have, again, the Top Gun, best of the best, and that's invitation only. So special needs and at-risk students, we do take them in our program as well. We want to always keep the least restrictive environment for them, and we're always looking at the accommodations based upon their IEP and their training plan. There's always great promise for students in these programs because we give them a lot of the skills necessary to work in different environments, and the skills are repeated over and over and over. And that's about all of my presentation. Work-based learning is definitely part of the future of school, and many students we're starting to see now are actually coming out of the traditional college role and going into the work-based learning programs because they want to get out and earn money right away. So hopefully you've enjoyed this presentation and I've convinced you to approve our work-based learning programs. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks. Have a great day.